Hi, my name is Dana Beck. Welcome to my YouTube video. And today, what I'd like to share with you are key ingredients for a successful sales funnel. Now, there are a lot of ingredients, if you please, or components that go into building a successful sales funnel. But today, what I'd like to look at, I want to look at the first one. Now, this first ingredient, it has three components, namely strong branding, a clear purpose, and an irresistible offer. Well, the first component in this is your branding. And you have to be very, very clear on what you want to be known for, on what message you're trying to communicate. Now, if you communicate a very clear message, or again, clearly communicate what you're known for or what you're all about, this will enable you to refine your message in order to connect and resonate with the exact people who want to hear it. It enables you to identify and connect with your avatar, your ideal subscriber. However, keep in mind, if your branding is such that you're trying to appeal to everyone, you're going to reach no one. It's that simple. Or if your branding is so generic, in its contents and how you're, portraying it, it's very likely you could confuse, your potential subscribers. You could confuse those individuals that see your brand, but they're not really clear on what you stand for, what it is, what it is you're trying to promote, or the message you're trying to get across. All right. Your brand has to have a clear purpose in order to be successful. Now, with your brand, you should have a logo. And with your logo has to be very clean, very clear, and very easily identified. All right. Let me give you some examples. Okay. Now here are some, very, very detailed. The artwork is wonderful, very detailed logos and whatnot, but they're not that easily identifiable. Let me show you some more logos. Here are some more logos that the artwork is very, very, it's very good, very impressive, but how identifiable are these logos? And this third one is kind of interesting. As I understand it, this was one of the prototypes, very, very early prototypes for Apple Computer. And as you can see, I mean, it's come a long way since this logo. But you want to make sure that your logo is very clear and very identifiable. Let me show you some of what I'm talking about. Now look at these logos. We all recognize them, and look how simple and clean and easy on the eye, so to speak, and they're very, very rememberable, like Starbucks or Pepsi or Domino's Pizza or CBS or Taco Bell. I mean, and it goes on and on. Here's some other ones too, like Nike, Facebook, Levi's. These are all very, very easily identifiable logos. So you want to make sure that your logo is very easily identifiable, and that supports your brand being, what you're all about, and making sure that your brand, the message that you're portraying in your brand, is very clear and very simple and very easy to understand. All right. So branding is really important. So and you have to have a very clear and identifiable brand and purpose, and then you can focus on what it is you have to offer for your ideal customer, your avatar. Um, Now, you need to think of your customer's needs and the purpose for your product in the customer's life. Hence, the next point in this, the next component in this first ingredient is purpose. Now, your purpose has to be, what's it going to do for them? Ever hear the expression WIFM? Well, your purpose has to be what it's going to do for them. People don't really care about all the bells and whistles, all the attributes, all the advantages of your product or your service. What they're more interested in is your product, is your service going to help me with my obstacle? Is it going to help me to overcome, this problem that I'm facing, or this challenge that I'm facing? And that's how you want to communicate your purpose of your product or your service. And again, your brand or or your service, it needs to provide a solution to a challenge or an obstacle your subscriber or your customers are facing. Because you know what? there's emotion attached to solutions, and almost all people will opt in or buy based solely on emotions. Most people will buy or opt in based upon emotions, and again, there's a lot of emotion attached to solutions, especially to those challenging problems or obstacles your ideal subscriber may be facing. So the key here then is to identify the problem or obstacle your ideal customer is seeking to solve, and then clearly show them what the solution is to their problem, and then of course offer the solution. So often I've heard it said, point out to people that they've got an itchy back, and then provide the scratcher. Okay, point out the problem, highlight the obstacle that they may be facing, and then provide the solution. But again, the focus has got to be on the needs of your potential subscriber. So the last component that I want to look at is an irresistible offer. And this is another key component. Now, the final component, again, is your irresistible offer. And your irresistible offer has to be of high value, something that your ideal subscriber would pay for, your ideal subscriber would exchange money for. Now, on the other hand, if you are offering an irresistible offer as a tripwire, or as something to engage your potential subscriber, you're offering this free thing in exchange for their name and email address. Well, whatever it is you're offering for free, it still has to be of high value, high quality. All right, and you don't want to just throw something together, just for the sake of throwing something together in hopes that they'll click on the link to get that free offer. Well, you want to make sure that even if you're selling it, or if you're giving it away for free, again, as a tripwire, that it's of high quality. And again, because that free item, it represents you, and it represents your brand, and it talks about what you stand for. So you got to make sure that your offer, if it's a free offer, is of high integrity, high quality, and high value. Or if you're selling, your item, make sure that it's worth the money that you're asking for. And a good litmus test would be, ask yourself, well, would I pay whatever it is you're charging for that offer? Say you're charging $25. Would I pay $25 for this offer, for this thing? And be honest with yourself. And if you wouldn't, then you might need to go back and rethink it through. So make sure that whatever it is you're offering, whether you're charging for it or it's a free offer, make sure it is something of high quality, because it does represent you. It represents you and your brand. So again, in looking at the first ingredient for building a successful sales funnel, it is comprised of three components: a strong branding, a clear purpose, and an irresistible offer. And so this is the first ingredient. And I'm going to be covering more ingredients on building a successful sales funnel in my next video. But if you got value out of this one, please leave a comment. I really do enjoy reading your comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button. It's right here. Looks like this, and it'll be somewhere down here in the bottom right hand corner. Go ahead and click on the subscribe button. And also, I want to share with you, I've released my first ebook, and let me give you a little more information on that. It's a new ebook, and it's a beginner's guide to starting your own online business. And here's the link for it, but this will be a hyperlink down below the video. But this book will walk you through all the basic steps, the foundational principles, the strong foundation you can build in order to start a successful online business. Now, if you're a seasoned online business professional, this may not be for you. Again, this is not designed to show you how you can earn $1 million overnight. It is really written for the novice, for the beginner, for that individual that always want to earn an income online, but really weren't clear, how do I get started? What components, what steps are necessary to build a successful online business? So you could go ahead and you can get this book right here. There we go. You can get this book right here by going to this link. And again, this will be hyperlinked down below the video. So thank you so very, very much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would very, very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much, and you take care now. Bye-bye.